And we are back with Game 6 of this best of 7. Kevin bringing it to Julius in the previous 3 games in a row, taking the lead 3-2 in this series. And what do you think we're going to see in this next game?
Well, Merry-Go-Round is a very short map, a 3-player map, a unique property for a StarCraft map. So I think we're going to see some aggressive play on this map. And
I hope so.
If you do look at the screen, you can see that Merry-Go-Round is in fact both players' best maps on ladder statistically.
Nope, that is indeed true. Julius with the insane 71% win ratio. I think he's been saving this one for when he was behind in the series.
Yeah.
Needed to get that game back. Probably wanted to finish strong here, I think.
I did get clarification on last game. Julius told me his secret strategy was lift the gold later.
That's a terrible strategy. Did you tell him that?
I did. He says it worked. I told him it did not work. He told me it works in his head.
There's a lot of things that work in my head. That doesn't mean they are valid strategies.
Mm-hmm. And as the countdown begins, the pressure is on for Julius as Kevin is 1 game away from winning this whole show match. And winning all of those ISL points in the process.
Yep, because we have totally kept a very gorgeous spreadsheet with who has the most ISL points. It's me, by the way, just because I'm the person who wrote the spreadsheet. And yeah, so loading in on Merry-Go-Round, gonna see what's up. This map reminds me of that map that was like 3 different colours. Do you remember the one? What was it called?
Test bug.
Yeah, Test bug.
Okay,
Test bug
and
was
the
a cool
top
map.
right, representing ICL in the orange trunks, we have Alohaman. And 1 game away from winning this series in the red trunks, representing the double Dutch dragons, we have singhasong.
Absolutely, 3-2 in the series. Nonetheless, he is looking pretty strong in.
And seeing as the top left and top right, do you think we could be seeing a ninja base at the bottom?
That would make sense. It's going to take some time though, because both players will need to work out where they have both spawned, as neither players have map hacks, unfortunately.
And Julius again with his trademark depot in a place that makes no sense at all.
Oh gosh, we're going to keep seeing this, aren't we? Well, assuming we have another game, we will keep seeing this.
Yeah.
Because right here, right now, Kevin could take this series out of nowhere and kind of by surprise. You know, I think Julius needs to.
I mean, just that the SCV did get trapped. He had to lower the depot.
Actually, I missed that.
Yeah.
Bollocks.
He had to lower the depot to free the SCV so it could build the barracks.
Well, we did call that at some point that would happen. Kevin going for the scout already, going to go the right way, and because he's going so earlier, Julius should be able to work out where his opponent is. Well, actually, that's not true at all because it's equal distance, isn't it?
I think, yeah, but statistically, people tend to scout clockwise.
Oh yeah, I was going to add that as well. It is more common to scout clockwise. I do it just because I don't know, it feels better.
I vary depending on my feeling. I do actually think about it. Like, should I send counterclock or clockwise? And then I look at my opponent's name and their portrait and think, like, would my opponent send clockwise or counterclockwise? And then I make an informed decision.
That's clever stuff there. Kind of mind games that gets you into Masters, I suppose.
Well, you don't need that to get into Masters.
I know, I'm trolling. Alright then, barracks already done for both players, orbital commands, marines,
when it comes to Pro League, I'm sure that the players would look up all their opponents' VODs and actually statistically find out the exact percentage of games where they scout clockwise as opposed to counterclockwise.
Where is Julius's CV? Okay, it is going to scout the base. I thought it was going to leave without scouting, but it's just going to die to this marine.
No.
Ah.
Sick micro.
Very good micro.
Yeah. Tell me about it. And factory going down for both players. Julius is a bit later though, thanks to the reactor he did make. I mean, yeah, similar builds.
Just different timings on the reactor, that was the only difference.
Faster reactor versus faster factory.
I think the faster factory is going to benefit them in the long run, considering both players. Well, Julius has definitely showed a favour towards mech in his macro games, and he's going to need to go for a macro game this game because every time he's gone for like a more aggressive build, he has lost.
Yeah, and I'm really going to laugh when these marines get trapped. But wow, he builds 2 reactive marines and then cancels at the last second. I guess he expected them to get trapped. No, but then I don't know. It's strange.
I guess he wants to go Hellions again, but that didn't really pay off for him last game, so I don't know why he's doing it again.
And Kevin's been slightly different build this time. He's no starport anywhere in sight. Instead of making fast siege tank and marine, so we could be seeing an aggressive one-base tank marine play.
That would be interesting to see. I'm not. Yeah, he's just going all in, isn't he? He's, well, let's look at the army supply.
Well,
it's just in his favour at the moment.
It's aggressive, but not all in.
Absolutely. Gonna need to expand at some point though, if he wants to keep up with Julius's early expansion. Building a missile turret just to be safe in case Julius was going proxy starport again. Maybe he just does that blind every game, and that's how he blocked it in the first match.
I like to think that he knew exactly what was going on.
But he's just like fucking psychic or something.
Yeah.
And there's the expansion, so nothing too aggressive right now.
Yeah, and there's the starport switch. Banshee no, Raven instead. That's strange, especially when you look at the rally point on that starport. It's rallied for harassment, and Raven's not something you typically see used for harassment.
You say that, except in the first game where he dropped that auto turret.
That did nothing.
Well, that doesn't mean he's not going to do it again. I get the impression Julius isn't someone who learns from his mistakes.
In that game, he did make a Banshee and then a Raven, and now he's just going straight for the Raven. No, he cancelled it, and now he's making a Banshee. Wow.
A little skirmish going on over here.
Yeah. Let's take a look at this, and
Nothing happened there.
And Kevin is sending another tank and 4 Marines down his ramp right now to meet up with this force he has in the middle. And it looks...
Where did the Raven go?
He's cancelled it.
What?
And he made a Banshee instead. Or he's making a Banshee.
It's going to be like the world's latest Banshee, and he's got a missile turret.
Kevin knows what's
up. And another missile turret! Oh my god, dude! How does he know this? Does he have any information? He hasn't got any scouting information at all.
He's just making the reads.
Like, why'd you build 2 extra missile turrets?
Because he's basically saying, like...
Oh gosh, this could be huge.
Oh...
He did scan one of the Widow mines, so he is aware that this is coming. And dodges
but now he has no scans, so he doesn't matter that he knows that it's there. Well, he's gonna have one when the orbital.
Well, he knew not to walk over them, is what I was trying to say. That at least alerted his attention if he didn't see the little mark on the ground.
2 Marines and 2 Hellions, Julius does manage to push this force back.
It's the Widow mines.
And another turret.
Another turret.
Oh, I guess he's seen the Banshee, but another turret does go down.
Whereabouts did that one go down?
It's natural.
So it does. Yeah, definitely D'ing up, entering into a macro game.
Players are into extended macro game. Very interesting.
And those 2 Hellions, 1 dies. And Kevin maintaining good vision on the map, keeping that Zelnago tower in the middle. And as more, wow, look at the Widow Mine placement from Julius. It's quite interesting.
By interesting, do you mean... Okay, actually, it's quite interesting. No, you're right.
The one on the cliff is maybe bad, but it's interesting.
Yeah, but there's a nice little choke that they can walk in between and not get hit at all.
And 2 mines come to the mine comes into the middle, and 1 dies, but the other one manages to burrow and kills the Hellion at the tower.
That's neat. And those Marines, if they hang around much longer, are also going to explode in a horrible fiery death.
And unsurprisingly, the Banshee did do no damage, seeing as there were 3 turrets in the main base. And Kevin even puts a Widow Mine in the corner of his base.
These Marines are about to meet a horrible and fiery death.
The word overkill comes to mind when looking at this Widow Mine in the corner of Kevin's base.
Yeah, it's like 2 missile turrets is clearly not enough to fend off any kind of Banshee. I better put a Widow Mine there as well.
And things are looking really even so far. I mean, Julius is going for mech, and he's building his 3rd CC just now. Whereas Kevin's going for the more tried and true... Oh god.
What?
Look at Kevin's main base. It's happening.
What's happening?
Look at that tank. That tank is stuck. It can't go anywhere because that small choke is too small, and then the choke by the missile turret is too small, so he can't go through the mineral line. So that tank is completely stuck.
Forever and ever, amen.
And it has no rally point, so all tanks are likely going to spawn on that side. And
that's gonna kill him.
Kevin kills the Banshee with a Viking.
Really, I missed that.
And at the south, we do have 2 medevacs sneakily coming through.
Julius is making much better use of his Widow Mines this game, getting them in some good positions, blocking off that third in case he goes to expand, and
blocking
one
off the Zonaga tower, and even building one near a choke point, like near the tower, but being careful as to not ruin the beautiful StarCraft society logo.
Why do you think these tanks have sieged here? That's all I want to know.
Oh, he killed his own barracks.
Widow Mine is going to go blow up that Viking, and that's one dead Viking.
And scan goes down.
Did he kill it, or did he just move it? He killed the reactor. I don't think he killed the whole barracks, because that would be a bit overkill, considering it can lift off.
And a huge supply block going down, Kevin.
Have you seen that drop, though, that's coming? That drop it has been spotted.
And so is Julius, actually.
Yeah, he's got a sensor tower and, like, 4 missile turrets.
And he's building more.
Yeah, that's not going to do a whole lot of shit right now.
He's building a lot more.
Kevin walked into another Widow Mine in the middle of the park. He's finally cleaning those up, but he's going to have a shock when he goes to take his third base. Or right now. Yeah.
And as the medevacs unload and die in the process...
He's attacking the wrong armory, because that one wasn't researching anything.
But it doesn't really matter, because... Oh my god. If we look at the structures tab, we can see Julius has...
A lot of structures?
A whopping 12 turrets with 3 more on the way, so he's going up to 15 turrets already.
Well, I think in a TVT, you know, that's kind of what you want, really, isn't it?
Yeah, but, I mean, Kevin has the sick position here. He's going to siege the low ground and drop in the main.
I like that.
Are going to run into a bunch of siege tanks and all die. And he's going to drop on the... Wow. This is a really good fight for Kevin.
Yeah, he's doing some really good micro here. I like it a lot, the way he's using his tanks and the medevac in combination.
Will be cleaned up?
Just about. He should lift up that tank if he's... Lift up the tank! There we go. And now he's going to go off. Just before those Vikings turn up, are they going to catch up? No, they stop moving.
And Kevin finally taking a third, but taking it at the south instead of...
That's probably a good thing, because he does know that Widow Mine is there, because he flew a medevac over it.
Yeah.
That's why that medevac has no health, surprisingly.
And supplies fairly even. Kevin with a slight lead.
Question is, when do we expect to see that hidden base down the bottom?
I think there's too much on the line on this game. I don't think either player is going to take that risk.
I don't know, man.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah, Roddy was pretty excited for that one.
Nice.
Really excited, I think.
And... okay, concussive and combat shields are nearly done for Kevin. Maybe when they finish, he can start to use his army lead to try and win the game. Because, I mean, he has a supply lead, and then when you look at the SCV count, he's about 15 behind. So his army is actually quite big compared to Julius's.
Now the sensor tower has gone up. I think... I really think sensor towers are a very powerful building. I don't know why they haven't been used as much up to this point. Like they seem to be becoming a bit more common in pro play.
Well, I mean, when you look at pro play, 100. I think they're 100 gas. 100 gas is a lot of money.
That does sound like a lot of gas, to be fair.
Yeah, they're 100 gas and 125 minerals.
Oh, that's a bad drop because there's another tank and a bunch of Vikings.
No, this is a good drop. Look, his bio units are going to clean up everything. He's an extended supply lead, and Julius's army is all scattered. I mean, like, he has a tank in siege in his main, he has a tank siege that is natural, but he's spread so thin. I think
he's actually falling apart here. Like, if you look at the army supply, it's heavily in favor of Kevin, and
most of Julius's army supply is in Vikings anyway.
He's losing all these SCVs. Holy shit! This is 14 workers, 20 workers, 22 workers, 27 workers. Oh
wow,
my god!
Just like that, Kevin takes a huge lead.
Yeah, if we look at the supply again, he's up by 20 workers now. Like, it's kind of brutal what just happened there. He still hasn't actually, you know, sent any to his third base. That would be cool. But other than that, he's doing really good.
I mean, and the third base is operational for Kevin as well.
That said, in the first 2 games, we did see...
And actually, yeah, it does seem like Julius managed to stabilize. I think whether or not he can... How he handles this drop is going to dictate who wins this game, I think.
If he cleans up this drop, he's going to be right back in it, because...
he's not that far behind in supply.
Yeah, he's got a 4th, he's not that far behind in supply. Sorry, Karen.
Oh no, he's taking a sick position with these siege tanks. I don't think Julius is expecting this at all.
No, but Julius, he's, done in the first few games like he
Wow,
was.
the Vikings are gonna take out a full medevac,
Oh.
and just like that, the supplies are even there.
Yeah, I mean he's still behind in workers, but it doesn't matter just because he has the better, like his workers are better spread out across the bases. He's got
And
more
the Vikings
production.
land on the siege tanks. I'm not sure how I feel about. I guess it was fine.
I know he's going to repair them up though, so it'll be absolutely fine once they are all nice and good to go. Another drop going around
Another
the
drop
bottom.
on the south. Sick multitasking by Kevin.
He needs to be careful though, because like he overcommits to these drops, especially into all of these missile turrets. He's going to be looking at down the barrel of a very bad supply deficit.
Yeah, I mean, he did have strongly at one point, but
If we
right
look at the
now
structures again, he's up to 25 missile turrets. I just want to point that out.
he has
He has more missile turrets than he has like marines.
anything. Yeah, it's a shame missile turrets can't move around and fight.
The only thing he has more of than missile turrets is SCVs.
Yeah, but
And I think missile turrets are better
Okay.
than SCVs.
these medevacs are gonna fly through, and
That was terrible. That was absolutely diabolical.
the supplies are dead even now. 133 against 133.
At least he's gonna get, vehicle upgrade level 3 weapons. That's kind of nice. And kill the other armory to boot. But, yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. He's stopped making SCVs entirely. Like,
Yeah, I
hasn't
mean,
made them in a long time.
look how close this forward base is. Julius and Kevin's bases are like next to each other.
Yeah, it's kind of weird why he didn't take it down where his Hellions are. Like, it would never get found. As we said before, Kevin isn't the kind of guy, except for that one time where he miraculously found that base by accident when he went to go build a base there himself. But he's not the kind of guy that's going to spot that. It's risky business, especially as Kevin's also taking his fourth in the
Yeah,
same location. What?
Mech don't want to. Mech want to be as close to their opponent as possible, so I think it was a bad choice for Kevin to take this base.
Absolutely, yeah, it was a terrible idea.
But Kevin has a slight supply lead, and he's gonna stim through and kill these tanks.
That's nice, I like that. He
Needs to
takes
stim
out
forward
that
and kill
last tank and then destroys the space. He can ravage this mineral line.
And wow, things are looking really good for Kevin all of a sudden.
Yeah, there's, again, the immobile mech army. There's
But then
nothing he
the
can do
Hellions
about
at
this.
at the south destroy that mineral line.
Yeah, so if we look at that, like both of them killed about 20 to 30 SCVs in that one engagement.
Yeah, and the contingency of Marine Marauder tank going down to the south to clear up the Hellions while he pushes forward with his bio, but starting to pull back with his too many tanks.
Absolutely. Vikings are coming over and landing again. I guess they're going to try and bait this Bioforce into the tanks, but I don't know if this is a good idea. This is this
Losing
free
so many
mech.
Vikings.
Oh my gosh. Marauders are just like, yes please.
I mean, he cleared that up, but I don't think it was worth it.
At what cost?
And the cost was about 8 Vikings.
Again, Julius falling even further behind in the SCV count. Really needs to start making some more of them.
But yet the supply is still quite even.
Yeah, it's crazy really.
Mm-hmm.
Game's kind of settled down for a moment as both players try and re-establish their fourths.
Julius is taking the base again.
Like, is he like super blindfold blinker mode where he just can't see that there are other bases on the map? Oh no, he has taken a fifth. If you look,
this is a good base for Julius to take because Mech want to be as close to their opponent as possible.
he just needs to put his mech army there because he didn't.
Okay, this is the fight.
That's the engagement he wanted.
The SCVs are being pulled. Mules being dropped by Kevin to tank.
That's kind of aggressive.
And
That's very aggressive. I don't think that was good. Like, he's dropping in supply far more than his opponent.
he's gonna not clear this up barely, but the worker counts are quite even now.
I don't think there's any way that this is going to go well for him at this point.
I mean, Kevin has a lot of Marines at the south base that he could have used in that fight. They're just moving now.
I think they're going to go around for a flank, but it'd be really nice if they were in a medivac.
Mm-hmm.
At least he is still denying mining at this, well, 4th/5th of Julius. But he's not mining from his own one very much either. Building another base right next to it as well, even after he lost all those SCVs.
Yeah, I mean, there's no point building a CC there because there's nowhere to float it to.
Exactly, and the supplies are dead even again.
I mean, these players so evenly matched.
It's kind of crazy.
I mean, the fact that they're so evenly matched makes me think that Julius is going to win this just so it goes to an ace match.
Quite possibly it will, and I might sweat to death by the time that happens. And the Marines coming here to the mineral line and getting blown up.
And yeah, with the way Kevin's sacrificing a few units at a time slowly, it looks like Julius might be taking this game.
And some sick micro with the Vikings.
Wow, the Marines at the south actually kill a base.
What the hell? How did that happen? I was too busy watching these Vikings just go on a rampage because nothing can shoot up in Kevin's army.
The players are playing faster than we can track.
Yep. And God tier Mike. Why is there a fucking command center there?
Well, it's cancelled now. So.
No. How do I ping?
At the top, yeah. I saw it a long time ago.
Why?
I thought he built it there so he could float it down to that south coast base, but then he
built another one. Yeah, he must have forgotten he had it.
Yeah, I mean,
he has so many SCVs here. Jesus Christ, that's like
both of these players falling into the same pitfalls over the course of this series, making a bunch of pointless CCs that don't end up doing anything.
Yeah, and not taking the vast array of free bases that are available at the bottom of the map that still haven't ever been scouted.
Particularly Kevin. Kevin's playing bio. If he builds a CC down there, there's not much that Julius can do, even if he knows that it's there, because his army is just so immobile.
Exactly.
And as Julius slowly creeps forward with his tanks, I think he's going to take a decisive lead at this point. I mean, I think in the next minute, SCV is being pulled. Is he going to...
He's going to go into the tank line. This is game. Like, you can't engage into a tank line this strong. Although, a load of the tanks were unsieged originally, but it doesn't matter.
Look at the supply.
The supply tells the tale. This is a one-sided fight.
This is going to the deciding game.
He's out of money. He's out of mining bases. He's out of the game at this point.
And, I mean, this was a very interesting game, I think. Like, there was a point in time where Kevin looked to be in such a strong position, but Julius just dealt so well with the aggression. Yeah,
Julius just like perseveres, and in these macro games, it kind of, he just doesn't look like he's gonna lose by the end of it. Like, there are points in the game where you think, oh man, Kevin should have this, and Julius just pulls it back over time and grinds out the game. What do you think, Rotterdam?
Those are some force fields. Might be do it.
I agree. Supply is still heavily in Julius's favor. I think it's a matter of time, really. It's going to be a slow creep to victory with all these tanks.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin just composing his thoughts right now, thinking about how he's going to approach the final map.
And lifting off that base, that was kind of his last bastion of hope there. I mean, he is mining down here still, but you can't win off one base at this point of the game, can you? Still harassing. Look, these 3 Marines are going to kill another base. I'm not going to lie. Those guys are some serious badasses.
I mean, they haven't killed much in the way of people. or units, but...
Nope.
They've killed a lot of buildings.
These SCVs should consider repairing all the mules, or they can just sit there and watch. Oh, here we go. Here come the repairs. God tier repairs, and the Vikings are going to land on the Marines and clear that up. Look how far the tank line has creeped forward. Oh my god, bits of tank going absolutely everywhere. Look how far that bit went. Jesus Christ.
And a Widow Mine marching down and gets killed instantly.
I didn't even see it. That's how quickly
Kevin's
it died.
Still trying to micro his art out.
He's dropping on the tanks, but it's too little too late. He's down by 100 supply. He's got 30 army supply. He's dead.
That's a blunt way of putting it.
Uh-oh, indeed. Guess what, Zane? We're going to the ace match.
Indeed. I think this is what everyone wanted, really.
Yeah, I can guarantee that for a fact. Everyone
I can say
wanted the ace match.
There's only one remaining map left in the portal, and it will be Way Station.
Way Station. So it turns out Julius's 71 win percent on this map could not be overturned, despite this being Kevin's best map.
Yeah, I think I only have like a 40% win rate on this map, so...
Is it Terran favoured, do you think?
Julius clearly better than me on this map.
Yeah, I think it's a Terran favoured map.
Yeah, it's very anti-Protoss. It's extremely good Berserk because
These two Hellions are going to kill so many
Swarm Host is
fucking
just
units.
insane on this map, and it's just so hard for Protoss to secure a third base.
Oh my god, Julius is going to go over 80 SCVs killed in this game. And there's the GG. There you have it. 3-3. Ace match on. We're going to drop to some music, and then we're going to bring you Way Station for the final game of the series.